So ink trap fonts have been kind of on the rise in the last year. And if you're new to ink trap fonts, I made a poster here using an ink trap font, which I'm going to show you how to make in a second. And if you look closely, there's these little divots like in the V and in the W, and these are called ink traps. So back in the day when they were doing printing and it was all very, very heavy ink that wasn't super duper accurate, they would have these divots and these cuts in the letters where the ink could kind of flood and bleed and fill the place. And so if that was the font, that little divot would be filled in by the excess ink, and then it would be a sharp triangle in the middle of those cuts in the W instead of this like you see here. But we've been noticing a lot of design utilizing these ink trap looking fonts just because they look super cool. It gives its own character and charm to letters, and it takes something that could be super boring if it's a title and it's just a sans serif font and gives it just a little bit of extra kick, a little bit of spice. We've been seeing this kind of everywhere. Websites, branding, packaging, and cool posters, which I'm going to show you how to do in Kittl right now. So I've got my Kittl project set up here. I think this is just a 16 by 20 poster. I want to take a second to shout out Rose Studios. She makes these absolutely immaculate flower arrangements, and these I believe I found on Pinterest, and they're from her business, so they weren't from Unsplash. Hopefully I don't get in trouble for that, but I figured since it's not anything that I'm selling, I'm not making it for anybody, I just printed it for the office and using it as a demonstration and giving them a shout out, I figured it would be okay. So shout out Rose Studios, definitely go give a follow, and if you're located where she's located, get some flower arrangements done because they're freaking sick, and she's done some killer work for some really famous people. So this is the cream of the crop right here. This is my ink trap font, and this one is DT Getai Grotesque. Essentially, I've chosen this font. One, yes, because it contributes to the vibe of the poster and the look and feel that I was going for, which is kind of key. Any sans serif font technically could have served the same purpose, but this is a very big text title, and I wanted to have the characters, have a little bit more character and a little bit more spunk, a little bit more spice, and not just be so plain. And so instead of going with like Roboto or Helvetica or something very, very simple and clean, I went with this, which has just a little bit of oomph to it. You can actually find these by searching ink trap in the typeface panel, and it will bring up all of the different fonts. There are actually a couple of different serif fonts that are ink trap fonts as well, like this growth track font also has ink traps in it as well, just because it has large cuts and dips right there and like there in the R. So super helpful tip there is just search ink trap. If you're not really familiar with trying to identify these, you can just search it and we'll tell you what fonts they are because it's right there in the panel. So in addition to ink trap fonts in this, I'm gonna show you a couple of different elements of this poster and how I achieved this look. So if I drag this text over, I can show you that this is actually two different layers of text. And so the reason that I did that is so I could get this black outline. So I have my initial text color here, which is black, and then it's got a text shading effect with an outline and an offset. And so it's got this drop shadow effect with that orange border. What I did was duplicated this, made sure that everything in this element was black, and then just cranked up the outline width a little bit and then sent it back, and then that created my outline effect. Super cool. I definitely recommend trying to incorporate that into some of your designs. I also did something similar here. If I bring this over, I can show you that this is actually two different elements. This is a mask, and then this is just a basic shape with a border. And so the only thing that I did was went to masks, and I found this rounded rectangle shape right here, and then I drug in a square and then adjusted my corner radius to fit the exact same size as my mask, and then added a border weight to it. So yes, a bit of a workaround right now. I don't want to hear about it. That's what life is about, is Kittl hacks. I wake up every morning and I try to find out ways to hack Kittl to do what I want it to do. And so I could easily just duplicate this and do a set of posters. I could change the font up, so I might need to delete this, and I'll change my fill color back to orange. So I could click on this, I'm gonna drag it over so I can work on it. Type in ink trap, and let's use Bricolage Grotesque or maybe another font for this. Like Climate Crisis is a really cool looking one. And I'm gonna do the same thing that I showed before. I'm going to duplicate this, make sure that all the colors involved are black, then add a little bit more of an outline, and then I can send this backwards, and boom, we've got the same text layout with a different font. We adjust the size on that. And I'm looking for good margins here on the top and on the sides. And I can bring my other fonts up here. That's Bricolage Grotesque. It's just another ink trap font there. And let's say I release these masks. I think this one's actually locked. Yep, can release that one, get rid of that. I could go to images and maybe find some different flowers that I want to use. Drop those in. Let's find another one. That's kind of cool. And maybe I'm liking this green color, so I'm just gonna select the artboard, change it to this nice green, and then make sure that my orange is that nice green as well. And maybe the black is a little bit dark for this, so maybe I can lighten the green up because I really want to make sure that black text good contrast. And boom, same concept, completely different looking poster. So a couple of different tips layered out throughout this video. Hopefully this was very informative and enjoyable to watch. Definitely try some ink trap fonts out. If you have some titles that you want to look really nice and clean, but they're just not cutting it for you. You need a little bit more. You want it to look a little bit cooler. Try an ink trap font. It definitely was breakthrough in my typography journey, using these types of fonts to help make things look a little bit more interesting. Comment down below which of these two poster layouts you like better. Do you like the orange or do you like the green one? I'm actually kind of liking the green one. I might get that ordered and do like a set of these. That would actually be pretty sick. While you're down there, make sure to leave a like on this video and subscribe to the Kittl channel if you're not already. Thank you guys again so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.